Hi, welcome chosen ones. I'm Talium, and this is Nocturnal Occult Research. I'm here with Granny today. We went on an adventure, the 17th? It was Friday.
Yeah,
Friday. We went to Sharp Cemetery, also known as the Witch's Circle. And boy, let me tell you, did we... It was very exciting to say the least.
very good experience.
Yes. How would you rate that out of 10?
Eight and a half.
I've went through personal experiences myself. We'll get into that a little later on, but right now we're here to talk to Granny about what she experienced. So, Miss Ma'am, when we first arrived and on the way there, what were you experiencing? Were you experiencing anxiety, happiness,
Nothing really out of the ordinary, but I do know when we got out of the car, even right there close to the road where we parked, I heard a baby crying. But there was nobody around but us, and no babies. They're all grown up.
Yeah, kind of not really. I didn't really hear baby crying, but we get out of the car and it was an instant sage down. We all had a sage down just real quick, just to kind of,
Because I even felt like just in case. Yeah. Because I was just kind of, I wasn't like, oh my God, no. Yeah. Nothing like that. I felt calm. I felt collective about myself. So, yeah. I was excited. Yes, because I've had experiences in graveyards, but not like this.
Yeah.
And I know some people, they're, from high school, we done some stuff. And
we kind of went up that trail, got into the cemetery. It was kind of a small cemetery.
Yeah, it was a lot smaller than I thought it was.
Same.
For where it was at and the location and stuff like that, it was definitely smaller than I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of hidden.
Yeah, but I was a little disappointed in the way it looked.
Me too.
The vandalism, yeah, I could feel there was something.
Headstones tossed around.
Mm-hmm.
There was paint on a couple of them.
And I just kind of felt a sorrow.
Yeah.
Kind of a sorriness.
And neglect.
Yeah.
Neglected. Like that neglected feeling.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's not really neglected. It's just that people go out there and don't respect and give a hoot.
We took some videos. We took some pictures. Really cool ones at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I got some pretty good things.
I was thinking it might be the original cemetery right here.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then they opened and expanded it.
Yeah.
Relaunch. 2 days. It's either a 3 or an 8. So I'm pretty sure this is 3. Because it says infant.
Not much of that photographer blood in me or anything, so I don't know if they were any good because I haven't really seen them.
What I saw.
Okay. Because I hadn't really got the chance to look at them, so
What,
I was hoping.
What
I
Doc saw was pretty decent too. And the other word for it is Witch's Circle. There's a lady in white that likes to appear. And there's activity. So then after we did a little walking around, reading the stones. I think what the latest one was 1812, or was that the other cemetery we went to?
No, that was the oldest one. I think was 1810, 1812 was the oldest one, and then the 96.
It was 1800. Oldest grave out there is 1810. Yeah.
Okay. And then the newest out there was 96.
Oh, I don't think I say that one. Which one was that?
That was a 96. I think it was over by the close around where the headless baby doll was.
Oh, the baby doll. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was kind of creepy to me. And it was like, poor Annabelle.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
But it was... I was over in the one side and then walked over around where it looked like it went downhill right there.
Yeah.
I felt different in that spot area, you know, with the 96 one and looking at that compared to what I was over on this side. Because this was less vandalized that you couldn't see.
Was it because it was newer, or?
I don't know, but I didn't feel the sorrow like I did on the other side. I did feel it, but nothing like what I was feeling when we first. Yes, it was a lot different. I was just kind of like a hurtful feeling.
It was. I agree with that. Yeah, it was definitely kind of different. So then we sat down. We made our circle and we did our.
That was my first experience of anything like that.
Oh, I broke your cherry. I love it. Yay. Are you sure you like cherries, not watermelons?
Well, yeah, I like my watermelon. Hey.
All up in her home.
Exactly.
So when we did our welcoming ritual, let's just categorize it at that and what we did. How did you feel then?
I was excited because it was, like I said, my first time ever trying to do it that was ever done.
Yeah.
You know, and with me trying to learn and get the experiences of like reading tarot cards and
the
things like that, all that kind of stuff, to become, I mean, I know your level's not even close to, but I would like to be at your level than what I am at my newbie stage, more or less.
Baby witch.
You know?
She's a baby witch.
I'm a baby witch.
She's a baby.
I'm
That's
the
adorable.
baby. I'm the baby.
So you just kind of sat and watched and observed what I did,
and I was kind of like, what's this for? What's that for? So ears was like Dumbo and listening, and you know, so I could
take in and absorb.
Yes,
learn.
I wanted to be like the sponge and grab onto everything.
Like your baby. Here's baby. Oh.
Not as cute as a baby. Just an old baby. But, you know.
So, did you get touched? Did you get whispered? Did you hear things? Did you see things?
I never got touched. But I felt like a bit of a climate change. It felt kind of not super, super cold where you seem breath, you know, like some experiences have. I did feel a bit of a cold chill and
like
a bit of a
goosebumps.
Yes. And at one time, just sitting there and looking around and trying to take in things that was going on, I heard that same baby cry, but we were further in.
Yeah.
And that was off on my right side. I heard...
And that would be back behind me.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're over close by where the car was parked, but not that far over.
Not as close to the baby graves, but close. It's kind of in the in-between.
Yeah, I heard that baby cry. I heard...
Kind of over there where the abandoned grave was.
Yes.
Over there back beyond the...
Yes. Yeah. Where that one was knocked over and you couldn't read.
Unfortunately.
So, I heard chains. Whistling.
Chains. Yes.
Heard music. And the one that got me the most was that growl. Yes, that growl.
That was
I
just
felt
like
my hair stand up on end, and it wasn't no chicken skin, goosebumps, nothing. It was like, what the?
Even my eyes wide, and I was like, what was that?
And it's kind of like,
What do we do?
Did anybody else hear what I just heard?
It was. We all looked at each other.
Like we was kind of experiencing the same thing.
I think we all asked each other.
And
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Did you hear
that one got me the most.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, but I did at one time. You were freaking me out because your voice was changing. You were starting like you were sucking on helium. You sounded like a little girl.
As long as you're friendly and you mean no harm. This is a mutual agreement that we have to have. Again, you're not allowed to come back with us. I'm sorry, but you cannot leave the cemetery. I think I pissed the birds off. Sorry, birds. Do you like the smell of my incense? Can you smell it?
She was like looking 10 years younger than what she is.
I need to go back then.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Right.
But it was weird because your voice, you didn't sound like you, and it's like total different experience for me on that part too. Because it was like
never got to witness a channeling.
Excuse the French, but it was like, what the hell's happening here? And I just kind of sat back and just kind of, I'm not side-eyeing, I'm just watching.
Who is she? What's she
Yes,
doing?
because you were talking, we're here to observe, we want to check the place out, we're not here to hurt you. But your voice was changing.
And it wasn't my customer service voice. It wasn't my, hi, how are you?
No, and thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, no. You started like you were sounding like a little girl. Because, and just your looks, your expressions, like a little girl.
Aww. I need to go back.
And I was kind of like, oh, okay, maybe I need to, when are we coming back?
Yeah, right, right. Please, this is where you take my
pictures. But I
pictures.
was getting nervous on top of that because it was something that I never had experienced. It's like, what the, is this like Sybil and going to be the Three Faces of Eve or something?
No.
Or
Oh,
what,
no.
I was excited, but I was scared.
But for everybody that made noise or let us know that you were here or even said anything, I appreciate it. Thank you. And for that one person or few people that's not very nice, don't do that anymore. I don't know if you're just doing it to try to protect the cemetery or if you're just doing it because, well, you enjoy it. Either way. I'm not sure what other people has done in the past when they're here, but we are not those people. We're here to be nice and show respect. We might come back at a later date. But it's time for us to go now. I appreciate you, and I hope you all have a good rest in peace and slumber. And I honestly hope that you're enjoying your afterlife, whatever it may be. So this is our farewell, our goodbye for now. It was an emotional roller coaster.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. And it was I mean, I love my roller coaster, but this is not one that I wasn't sure if I was enjoying or not.
You know the ending of the roller coaster.
Exactly.
You know, but
and
this
it's like,
was like, I don't know.
What's going to happen next?
Right.
Where are we going to turn? What's going to, you know. And
it's
then,
scary fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was an exciteful,
Experience.
scary experience.
Yeah.
But it wasn't terrified scare. It was kind of like, oh my God, what was that?
Yeah.
Cool. Kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know?
It was,
And it was like, what do we do?
Yeah.
But, oh, what's next? Kind of, you know,
Yeah.
what's going to happen now?
Yeah.
I didn't want to get up like, look, I'm going to go. It's time for me to check out and leave.
Yep.
You know.
At the end, though, the end.
Oh, yeah, but I felt even somebody, I don't remember what you were doing. It was like the footsteps that we were hearing. And then all of a sudden, it was just like, I wanted to turn around and like, who's there? I felt like somebody was looking over me, like trying to check out what we were doing. Nobody touched me. But I felt that kind of like,
eyes.
you know, if somebody you're sitting there typing on a computer or you're writing a
the
letter,
worst.
and then you got somebody's like, what's going on? It's not like, it was just like.
So
hey.
maybe they felt like you felt. Like, hey, what's going to happen next? What are you guys doing?
Right. What
Right.
what are they going to do now? What are they going to say now? Who's doing what? You know? Like when we spreaded the salt out and they were checking that out.
Yeah.
Or me moving and she going to take a picture of something? What, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know. It was just, I felt a presence behind and over me.
But not malicious.
No.
Just curious.
Nothing. Yeah, just a curiosity there. And it was.
Do you remember the crow?
The one-time crow?
The one-time crow.
That one. Caw!
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Yeah. Just saying hi.
And like, hello.
What are you doing? Oh, okay.
But nothing else.
The locusts, the cicadas.
All
Oh,
the
Lord.
time, non-stop. And I hear them out here.
Yeah.
And I hear them. And then they start dying down. No.
Oh, they just kept getting louder and
non-stop.
louder.
And some of the birds whistling and just kept constant and would not.
I think I even said that on one of my voice recordings. I'm like, oh, the animal or the birds are getting louder.
And the locust or the cicada, whatever you want to call them little ticky things, and just
screaming
screaming,
Yeah.
constant, non-stop, and it's like there was no end.
You also said that you stuck into a grave.
Yes.
You stepped into a grave.
And there's nothing out there that was, like I said, that 96 was way over, and that wasn't even fresh enough to drop.
Right.
But my foot, I'd say where the heel of my boot and everything was, to the point to where you could just barely see the top of my foot under the grass.
I do want to bring up that right before we left, I don't know if you remember hearing me talk about it or if you remember talking about it, but as I was on the video mode right in front of the grave, I saw a white like aspiration just kind of right over it. It didn't last very long. It wasn't very big. I would say maybe about like this. And
Was
it
that
just
before
went
we had walked out of the grave?
Fully.
Out of the graveyard?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I heard you talking about it, but I'm not sure exactly
I don't know
what
if I said
you were
it loud
talking
enough.
about.
I know that I caught it on my camera.
Okay.
But I personally saw it. I don't know if my camera caught it.
I know that one time you were talking about this. Somebody was talking about, or you caught during that recording, your voice recording.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody about the sheets or Reese or something like
it was
that.
either Reese or Geesey, but it was. It
That
sounded like
was a
Reese.
bit freaky because there was nothing being said and it was just all her voice, and it was like, what did you not snort and make your voice go so low? It was like, oh, wait a minute.
The only thing that I got from Docky's end from the voice recording was you're out of shot. And that's because he was taking the video at that point, but he didn't do anything before that. So it was my voice, I was talking, there's whisper, another whisper, him saying you're out of shot, and then another whisper, and it ended.
Yeah. And that was kind of like, that was my first.
Yeah.
I was just listening and, you know, watching you do your recording, and then all of a sudden we're back at home, and all of a sudden it was like, come here, and I'm like,
yeah.
now what?
Yep.
Come in there, and then it's like, listen, and I'm like,
and it was
wait
none
a
of our
minute.
voices. It was a man's voice, but
Yes.
it wasn't our voice.
no.
And he said, Reese. Well, he said Reese. I swear he says Reese. And what's really more effed up about it is my nickname used to be Reese. Or Reese Cup.
Oh,
From when I was
okay.
little. But I'm not going to associate that into it because I don't want to go down that road. That's a whole long road. But what he was talking about, how do you say it? I caused it, and what did you do?
Yeah. And that's what I'm like.
And we found out 2 years ago that there is a guy, last name Geesey, or Geesy, ended up shooting a man there at the cemetery, or close by the cemetery, the trail-wise. And I shot you. I caused it. What did you do? You know, there was him, some other kids, and then the old man. And he got 66 years in prison.
Yeah, because it was like.
But we didn't know that.
No, not
until
until.
way after we came back and went through
Right.
the readings.
Yeah,
or
because
the
she was telling,
recording.
when she come to me and was telling me this, and I'm like, but there's nobody buried out there. But that's when I finally
Yep.
caught up with the conversation that it was just a murder
Yep.
that
So
happened
I'm
out
not
there.
sure if that white aspiration
Could have been.
that was caught. I know Docky has it on his. I saw something on mine. We haven't fully went through yours yet, so there might be something on there. But there was at least 2 different white
Yeah.
aspirations in 2 different areas.
I didn't see really any of them, but you just enough talking was kind of like, oh.
Yeah, with the chains, the baby crying, the
Oh
distant
yeah,
voices.
that baby crying was what got me.
The music, the footsteps, the chili fill, the crows, the locusts going crazy, the whistling, the kids laughing.
The little whoever standing over me, like, what's going on? What's going on? What are you doing?
Yeah, the fogged up
like,
glasses.
no.
Yeah, and then as we were walking out, like turning off our cameras, walking down the trail, someone goes, "No."
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. So, and
that
then
was
we all
enough.
came back. What was fun is we all came back and we were super tired and starving. We were not hungry. We were full powered,
Ready to go, and gumption. We got back, and it's kind of like,
yeah. But we
I'm
all
going to
had a
bed,
real good night's sleep. We all went to bed
starving.
decent.
yes.
So we're gonna
Actually,
wrap
got
this
good
up.
sleep.
So I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Would you go back?
Oh, most definitely. Oh, yes. And I'd go back after that, too.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. This is Granny talking about the Witch Circle. If you want to check it out, it's in Daleville. If you don't want to check it out, well, you know, honestly, I don't blame you. But
You can just watch it here.
we will.
Exactly. And then you can watch it here, what's happening.
Yeah. So thanks for joining Nocturnal Occult Research. I am Talim. This is Granny. Docky is behind the camera. Till next time. See ya.